Okay. So this is the second poem now, the Lambaram top. What is Lambaram? Lambaram is a tree. Okay. It is a tree. And there is what is there on its top that is being described, and one more character is being taken here, that is the goldfinch. Goldfinch is a bird. Okay. So in this poem, what is there? The poet is described about the mutual relationship between a lambarum tree and a goldfinch. Okay. Both of them are in yellow color. Goldfinch is also of yellow color and the lambarum tree is also of yellow color. Okay, so the tree is yellow because of the flowers and the leaves. Okay, and the appearance of the tree was very beautiful. Okay, so in this the poet has just told us this thing, that we all are dependent on each other, children. Okay, now how we are dependent for our happiness, for everything, we are dependent on each other. Okay, in this poem we came to know right from the first stanza till the last, that how goldfinch and lambarum tree, they both are dependent on each other. Okay, fine. We start with the first paragraph. The lambarum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Now what is there with children in the lambarum top? Okay, lambarum top in the first stanza, the poet here says that he saw the lambarum tree. Okay, and what is there in the lambarum tree? It has yellow flowers. Okay, and the word here, the line here, the lambarum top is silent. Okay, lambarum top is silent means the tree looks still. Okay, it looks dead like in the daytime. It is an autumn time, children. Okay, it is the time of September. So at that time, what is happening? This tree, lambarum tree, is looking very quiet, just like dead like. Dead like doesn't mean that it shed all its leaves. No, it means it was so silent. Okay, there is no creeping of the birds, nothing there at all. So it is so silent. Okay, and even the, again I have told you, yellow, yellow. Okay, in the afternoon yellow. Afternoon yellow means the sunlight. Okay, the sunlight which is falling on the earth, which is falling on the lambarum tree, is also yellow. Okay, and few leaves yellowy, all its seeds fallen, and the leaves, okay, and the flowers which are there, the leaves which are there on the lambarum tree, that are also yellow. Okay, now what is here, children? Why this yellow word is used, this color is being used? See children, in this stanza the image of yellow. Okay, what is there in yellow? So yellow color. Okay, why it is used repeatedly? First it is used for the flowers, okay, which is there on the trees. Then it is used for the leaves, because the leaves as well as the flowers of this lambarum trees, both are what? Both are of yellow color. And then this yellow is used for sunlight, because the sunlight which is falling on the earth is also what? It is also yellow. So yellow is used many a times. Fine. So yellow is used many of times. Why this yellow use? Why, what this yellow color symbolize in this poem? So yellow color symbolize beauty, first of all. Why? Because the tree is looking very beautiful. Fine. Because of the yellow flowers in the tree. Second, it symbolizes death. Yellow color also symbolize death. Okay, and silence. And yellow color symbolize silence. So yellow color symbolize three things. Yellow color symbolize death, yellow color symbolize beauty, and yellow color symbolize silence. Okay, so that's why this color is being used repeatedly. Okay, fine children. In the whole stanza, the poet, what is the poet trying to say to us? The poet describes the miserable condition of this lambarum tree. Okay, the poet is, in the first stanza, the poet is describing the miserable condition of this lambarum tree. Okay, he's saying this lambarum tree is standing silent. Okay, he's dying and he is without seeds. Okay, so this lambarum tree is without seeds. It is dying and it is silent. Nobody is there. So it is very quiet and silence on the lambarum tree. okay, and how the trees and the atmosphere near the trees or the place near the trees become silent when the birds stop chirping, when the wind stop blowing. So at that time, the trees become silent. So here, what is there? No birds are there, and no wind is blowing. So that's why this laburnum tree becomes silent. Okay, children. Now the silent and dead. Dead, I have used that it is dying, it is dead like. It doesn't mean that it has shed all its leaves and it is going to fall and it is going to die. No, it means that it was so sad. It was like a silent atmosphere all around this lumberum tree. Okay. So in the first paragraph, the poet has used this. In the first stanza, he has used this yellow color. Okay, which symbolize what? Which symbolize silence, death, and as well as beauty of the lumberum tree. Okay, and in this stanza, the poet describes us that this is what? This is a this tree is very silent. It is looking like a dead-like tree. Okay, so he has described the miserable condition of lumberum tree here. Fine. Second, till the goldfinch comes and the and the sorry, till the goldfinch comes. Goldfinch, I told you, goldfinch is a bird, okay, which is of yellow color with a twitching trip, a sadness, a startlement at a branch end. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up of chittering and the tremor of wings and thrilling, the whole tree trembles and thrills. Now, children, in the first stanza, the tree is very silent. Now, what is the poet saying? That this dead-like scene, okay, which is there around the tree and on the tree, it changes, okay? It changes when, as soon as this goldfinch, okay, this is a bird, it comes and sits there, okay? So when it sits there, there was a creeping sound which can be heard, the sound which are made by the bird. So the silence of the tree is now broken, okay? It is finished, and this goldfinch is just settled down on the tree. It just came and sit on the tree. Now what happened, children? Here is a word. Then sleek is a lizard and alert and abrupt. Now what is there, children? The bird. Okay, the bird was very rapid. It was very rapid, alert. Okay, and very precautionous, just like a lizard. Why? Because she know that perhaps it can be any looking out for any danger. Okay, she knows that might be there some danger for her. So that's why these words are used here, that she is very alert. She is here, this bird, this goldfinch is being compared to a lizard. Okay, she is so alert, she is so precautious because she know that there might be some danger is there. Okay, now what is there? She enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Thickness here means, children, a thick bark or thick branch. Okay, so what does bird do? It then goes and sit on a thick bark of a tree, of this limberum tree. Okay, and smoothly what is there? And the machine starts. Children, what does the machine here mean? Machine here means the children. Okay, now what is here, children? I tell you that this bird, this goldfinch, has made a nest on a lumberum tree. And when she reached the lumberum tree, she sits on the top of it. Okay, and she started creeping. But on the other hand, she was alert also, just like a lizard. She was so precautious because she know that might be there can be some danger there. Okay, so by that she should be little precautious. Okay, so she was taking a precaution and she was so alert. This bird is so alert. Okay, now children, what is there? That she enters the thickness. I told you that this bird has made a nest. Okay, the bird has made a nest in the lumberum tree. Okay, so she just entered into the thickness. Thickness here means into the thick bark of a tree where her nest was being made. Okay, and the machine starts up. Yeah, machine, the image of machine here refers to the the young ones of the bird. Okay, so the machine here is what? The young ones of the bird. Okay, and the similar way the machine used to make a noise when he used to start. Similarly, these birds, these young ones, they see, as they saw their mother, what they started doing, they started creeping like a machine. Okay, they started flattering their wings. Okay, and with joy, as their mother has brought food to them. Okay, so here what is their children? That this machine refers to the young ones. Okay, the young ones of the bird. And as soon as the young ones saw their mother, okay, they started making noise, they started flattering their wings. Okay, and they were very happy. Why these young ones were happy? Because their mother has brought what? Food for them. Okay, and they were hungry. Okay, so they were happy, and that their mother has brought food for them. Okay, the whole tree trembles and thrills. Okay, why the whole tree trembles and thrills? Because of the mother bird and her young ones. Up till now, what is there on the tree? It was so silent. Okay, but now the tree, what is there? The tree is thrilled. Okay, and why it is thrilled? Because of the It was thrilled because of the mother bird and the young ones. Okay, the sound which is coming over there, the creeping sound. Okay, the poet, what he wants to, he probably wants us to feel how a dead-like thing, okay, dead-like tree becomes alive. And how it becomes alive? Because it has given a space to a bird and her young ones. Okay, so that's why I'm telling, if we are going to help others, if we are going to give space to others, they will in some or the other way, they will going to give us happiness. Okay, so we are all dependent on each other. Now what is there on the tree? It was so silent earlier, but then what happened when it has given space to these bird and his young ones and her young ones? What happened then? The bird, not the tree, which is up till now, which is silent. Okay, it is also looking alive. Okay, fine. The birds have gotten shelter, and the tree has returned, the tree in return has got life. Earlier this tree is looking like dead like tree. Okay, but now it has got life. Fine. Now it is the engine of a family. She strokes its full, then flirts out to the branch end, showing her bare face identity marks. Now, children, machine, as I told you, machine here refers to the children. Okay, just as soon as they saw their mother, they started making noise. Okay, by looking at their mother. Fine. Why they were making noise while looking at their mother? Because they were hungry, and when they saw their mother, they know that their mother has brought food. So as the machine used to make noise while starting, they also started making a lot of noise. They started fluttering their wings. Okay, so the similar way the machine used to vibrate, the similar way they also started fluttering and vibrating. Fine. Now it is the engine of a family. Engine here refers to the mother bird, the goldfinch. Okay, so engine here refers to the goldfinch. Okay, the goldfinch here is the engine of a family. She strokes it full and flirts out to the branch end, showing her bare-faced identity mask. Now, what is the poet saying here? The poet is saying that this mother bird, okay, which includes the lumberum tree as well as his children. Okay, this is engine, this engine is included for both of them, that she is the engine for the lumberum tree as well as for his children. Okay, for his young ones. Okay, now according to the poet, it has filled the fuel in what? It has filled the fuel. Why? Just like for the children, what is the fuel? For the children, the food is the fuel. Okay, so that's why it is called engine. This goldfinch is called engine. And about the tree also, she has given fuel. Okay, why? By the thrill, by the sounds, this tree become alive. So that's why this goldfinch is the engine for both, for the young ones as well as for the tree. Okay, and having done that, having making the tree alive again and giving food to her Children, what she did, she again flies to the branches end. Branches end means on the top. She again went to the top and only her dark color strip face is visible now. Okay, only her dark color face is visible, strip face is visible. Why, children? Because I told you that this goldfinch is yellow in color. The lumberum tree is also yellow. It has yellow leaves and yellow flowers. Okay, so only what is visible? Only the face is visible. Okay, hence invisible. Hence it becomes invisible due to the yellow leaves of the tree. Okay, so she again, when she feed her children, then she again went to the top of the lumberum tree, and one can only identify him by his face, by his black face, the strips which were there on her black face, with the strips which were there on the face of the goldfinch. Okay, and rest the goldfinches somewhere yellow. Okay, and the tree is also yellow, so they are not able to identify the goldfinch in the lumberum tree. Okay, then with the delicate whistle clipping whispering, she launches away towards the infinite, and the lumberum subsides to empty. Now what happened, children? This lumberum tree, okay, it has come to alive by the creeping of the birds. Now what happened, after reaching the end of the branch, the bird makes a sweet creeping sound and just like a whispering, okay, and flies away towards the infinite sky. So he just fly away from there now. And what happened? And the lumberum subsides to empty. And what happened to the lumberum tree? It again makes the lumberum tree silent and dead-like. So again, the lumberum tree becomes silent and dead-like. Okay, children? Fine. So in this poem, we came to know that in the first stanza, the lumberum tree was what? Was very silent. He was just dead-like. Okay. There was no creeping of the birds, nothing. Only we saw this thing, the sunlight was yellow and the tree leaves and flowers are yellow. That's why the lumberum tree, we are able to see the lumberum tree as a yellow tree. Fine. In the second stanza, we came to know that a goldfinch, okay, she just came and sit on the branch of a lumberum tree, okay, on the top branch of the lumberum tree, and that time the goldfinch was very alert. Okay, she was very alert. While because she know that there can be a danger. Fine. And when she went towards her nest, which is inside the lumberum tree, so this goldfinch has built her nest inside the lumberum tree. Okay, so when she went towards her nest, what happened? Her children started making noise. Okay, now the machine, the word machine in the poem is referred to the children here, the young ones of the birds. Okay, so the young ones started making noise as soon as they saw the mother, and by the noise of these young ones, the tree become alive. Okay, so the tree, the goldfinch is known as engine. The goldfinch is referred as engine in the poem. Why she is referred as an engine? Because she has provided the fuel, first of all, to the tree. Okay, because by the creeping of the birds, the tree become alive. And second, she provided food to the young ones. Because of that also, she is called as engine. Okay, engine of the family and engine of the tree also. Fine, children. So what is the poet telling us in the second stanza? He is describing us this thing that we all are dependent on each other. And if we are going to help each other, what will happen? We will gain happiness in return. Okay, lumberum tree, what he did? He just gave a shelter to goldfinch, and because of that goldfinch and her young ones, what happened to lumberum tree? It become alive. Okay, so lumberum tree become alive by the creeping sounds which is created by the bird and her young ones. Okay, so because of that sound, the lumberum tree become what? It become alive. Fine. Now, in the last paragraph, the poet tell us that after that, this goldfinch, she just sat on the top of the branch of the lumberum tree. She made a very sweet sound, and after making that sweet sound of creeping, what she did, she just again fly into the infinite sky. And when she just flied into the infinite sky again, what happened? The tree again, the Lambaram tree again become so silent and dead-like. Okay, so this is your short poem. Okay, children. Now just write the figure of speech in the poem, please. Write the figure of speech, children. I'm just starting it from the first. You just write the figure of speech, children, okay? First of all, in the first paragraph, okay, this line third, find September sunlight. Stanza 1, line third, September sunlight is what? Alliteration. September sunlight is alliteration. We will go stanza wise, children, okay? So September sunlight is alliteration, okay? Fine. There is only in the first stanza, there is only one. There is September sunlight. This is alliteration. Okay. Now come to the second one, children. In the second one, in the second paragraph, sleek as a lizard is a simile. Sleek as a lizard is a simile. Comparison is done. Okay. The goldfinch is compared to a lizard. So sleek as a lizard is a simile. Okay. Then she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Line 4. Second stanza, line 4. She enters the thickness and the machine starts up. Okay. This is metaphor. She enters the thickness and the machine starts up. This is metaphor, children. Please mark metaphor there. Okay. In the second stanza only, the whole tree trembles and thrills. The whole tree trembles and thrills. This is personification. The whole tree trembles and thrills. This is personification, children. I have opened the slides. You can see in it. The whole tree trembles and thrills. This is the personification. Okay. Next. This first line, it is the engine of our family. This is metaphor. It is the engine of the family. This is metaphor, children. Okay, it is the engine of the family. This is metaphor. Okay, and in the last line, just the last line of this paragraph of the stanza, her bared face identity marks. This is transfer epithet. Okay, transfer epithet. What is transfer epithet? The figure of speech where the adverb is transferred to another noun. Okay, transfer epithet is when the adverb is transferred to another noun. This is called transfer epithet. Okay, children. So these are the figure of speech. One more is there. Tree trembles. Sorry, in this second stanza only, tree trembles. Now this tree trembles is alliteration. Same sound words. That is why tree trembles is alliteration. Okay, children. Fine. So this is your poem, Lambaram Tree. Now we are going to start with the next chapter tomorrow. Okay. Don't go, children. Let me take your attendance. Still, some children have not switched on their videos. Children, if you are having any doubt, ask children. Ask right now. Or you can read it afterwards and you can ask tomorrow. Kritika Vijay. Those who have joined late today, try to come on time, children.